Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino. We're going to have to look at a beer from this box over here. 1 second. Oh, reach it, Chad. Reach it. Oh my God, you got it. You got it. One of my last two beers of the night. This is from the Forefathers Brewing Company, whose shirt I'm wearing. This is the Starter. So Forefathers, the Starter. Light IPA with notes of citrus fruits. Well, I didn't need to know that. So this is their session IPA. It's made with water, barley, hops, and yeast. You wouldn't say. It's 4.8% alcohol, so this session IPA actually is below 5%. I've seen a few that have not been below 5%. Brewed and bottled by Forefathers Brewing Company, blah, 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 blah. So, a brand new brewery here in Ontario, like super brand new. Great art, though. The presentation of the beers is great. As I said in another video of another one of their beers, the only complaint I'd have is probably the 750 milliliter size. Who wants 750 milliliters of a session IPA, right? You want like a 343 or a 500 ml can or a 473 milliliter can. You don't want a 750 milliliter bottle. At least I don't. I don't know anyone that would. However, doesn't matter. Beautiful bottle. I understand it. Okay, what do we have here? Let's face it. Nobody wants to ride the pines. Everyone wants to be a starter. And the best of the best want to stay in the game until it's over. The Starter Session IPA is just that kind of beer a coach could rely on, day in, day out, to get the job done. With a crisp and citrusy profile, our Galaxy hop-driven IPA screams high draft pick beer. While its low 4.8% ABV, gives it the stamina to go the whole session, no matter how formidable the competition. So stay in the game while the other guys are... Sorry, I'm blind. Forgive me. The other guys sit panting on the bench. It's a character thing. Alrighty. So, Galaxy driven. Awesome. See, with that explanation, I would expect a smaller bottle. Just by that explanation, because you would think that, most of the guys that you're drinking with are probably drinking 355s or something like that, Like, you'd be drinking with the guys that are drinking, this guy's drinking MGD, this guy's drinking, I don't know, Detour, this guy's drinking Mad Tom, this guy's drinking Canadian. You just expect that. You know what? I didn't have problems with the last one, but the wine sealer doesn't want to come off of this, so that's okay. This opener will just pour it all off. There we go. Now, I know that the guys from Forefathers had brought over a pitcher of this beer for the door staff to try. And I know 2 of the door staff really liked it, and the other 4 did not. Albeit 2 of the other 4 were not really beer drinkers. So that kind of makes sense for them. And the other 2 said it just wasn't their beer, which also is fine. So let's push this over here. Let's get in on this, shall we? Let's see what we got. What do we got? A little amber color. It looks very reddish on the camera, but a nice amber color. Off-white head. Little snap, crackle, pop. Looks very good. Visual appearance, nice. Smell. Okay, pretty much scentless out of the glass, but there is still like a full finger of foam, and it's thick foam, so I might not be smelling anything through the foam. So we will get the one nostril in the bottle. Just the... Okay. Yeah, citrusy. I would say like pineapple, slight orange, bit of grapefruit. Good smelling beer. What you'd expect out of a session IPA. Smells the part. Cheers, let's try it. Okay, you're a hop head. You want a beer that's low ABV and still has a lot of hop flavor. I can see this working for you. For me, almost. It's almost working for me. Now, I loved the Honey Badger from them. I loved the Ukrainian Dunkel. This one, not really my thing, but I can see a lot of people loving it. For me, little too much bitterness on the back end, a little too much bitterness and resininess on the back end. Not enough of the juiciness. If I'm having a citrusy smelling IPA, I want a lot more citrus flavor on the palate. But that's me personally. We all have different tastes. Is the beer made improperly? No, there's not a fault in this beer. Is it a beer that I love, though? No. And that's just the way it is. There's no faults in the beer. There's nothing wrong with the beer. I just don't personally like it. And that's the way it is. I mean, it's not a bad beer. Could I drink it if I had to? Sure. But off of the 1 or 2 sips I've had, I already know there's more resininess on it than I personally appreciate. Now, let's try and get some positives here. It's wet. It's alcoholic. It has taste. So light to medium bodied. It does have a little bit of heft in the mouth. A low carbonation. Not like I should say lower. Less bubbles. It's less effervescent than a lot of beers out there. Micro bubbles. It tingles all over the tongue, but it's not harsh. A little bit of malty sweetness. Then a tiny touch of soda water right in the middle as it's turning from maltiness to starting the citrus flavor. There's just a touch of soda water in the middle, but I'm perfectly okay with that. Then I start off with the grapefruit orange juice mixture. And then it turns into, I'm an idiot that doesn't know how to peel my grapefruit or peel my orange, and I just bit it and I chewed the skin. Because it gets resiny, it gets oily, it gets very bitter, and it all sits on the back of the palate. Sorry, I have one nose hair that keeps touching the mustache. And I can't find my nose hair trimmers. I'm not going to pluck them because that fucking hurts. Come on, you guys have plucked nose hair, right? You've just gotten it and you pulled it out and you just start sneezing because it fucking hurt and your brain is going, you pulled a hair out of me. And, yeah, not a good scene. Not a good scene. So, the starter is a nice beer. It really is a nice beer. But, again, is it a beer that I'm, oh my god, about? No. Is it a beer that I love? No. Is it a beer that I really want to drink again? No. Is it the worst beer I've had? No. Is it solid beer? Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. There's no faults in it. It's just not my thing. So, out of 10 for myself personally. Excuse me, it's a little gassy. That's weird. There's so little carbonation that I wouldn't expect a burp. I really wouldn't have. So, out of 10 on this, I'm personally going to give it a 6. A 6 is in the realm where if somebody else bought it, I could drink it, but I wouldn't want to go out and buy it myself. Can I suggest trying it? Yes. You know me. Every beer I try, I want you to try. I want you to tell me what you think. You might love it. I think a lot of hopheads will love this beer. It's just, it's not for me. It's not the way I want my session IPA. That being said, great beer. Just not for me. Thank you. Bye-bye. Can we reach? I got the bottle in my face. I can't reach it. I can't. I got it. Bye.